Way Podcast, que chucha de shit. Gringo flaco con el guatón culiado. One Way Podcast. One Way Podcast.
So, hello everybody, and welcome to a new episode of What Wap Podcast. I'm here with my buddy Chris, Gringo Mode On. How are you doing today, Chris?
Not doing bad.
Not doing bad.
Not doing bad. I had a good weekend. I'm kicking
Awesome.
it. I'm doing good. But I'm very excited because finally we got a special guest. He's come back from the United States.
He's back. Please, everybody, welcome with a round of applause to Mr. Lester Ransom.
What's cracking? What's cracking, man? Back in this bad boy. I clap for myself.
How you doing, buddy?
Good. It's cold. We can cuss, right? I forget.
What?
We can cuss on this, right? I forget.
You can cut.
Oh, okay. It's cold. It's cold in the motherfucker out here, man.
It's colder than a witch's tit.
For real, man. And I was in summertime, man, and humidity and all that shit.
Yeah, I've tried translating. It's colder than a witch's tit here, but it just doesn't work. I said it once, like hace más frío que bruja.
Sí, pero teta de una bruja.
Yeah. They were like, what?
Pechuga de Patti Maldonado.
Yeah. So, Lester, you got back here. I wonder how... I thought that they weren't allowing any flights. So you should tell people, actually, because they don't know where you've been. You went to the States. You were planning to stay there. How was the whole ordeal?
Man, it got screwed, but... So I went with my fiance. The whole point was, for her to go to 2 weeks and see some different areas. So we hit... Right before the pandemic, we were lucky. We were able to get D.C., downtown Baltimore, and New York. Bruh, New York was like the movie I Am Legend. For real.
Really?
Like right when we got there is when the virus started to hit. But everything was still open until like the Saturday. We got there on a Thursday. And my cousin that lives there, she had planned to take us to a club and everything. And by Saturday, so we wanted to just, we were touring all day, seeing everything. All the tour stuff was open. Majority of the restaurants were open, but it was just barely anybody. Like we was at Times Square and it wasn't like it normally is, Lydia was like, it's a lot of people. I was like, nah, this ain't shit. And then slowly by Sunday, everything was damn near empty. You know what I mean? Like we had we had a reservation for this club on Saturday that got closed down. They shut that down. And then it was just like walking with I Am Legend damn near. Nothing was there. Like it was barely any people. I was like, Lydia.
That's for your fiance.
Yeah, no, she was taking pictures in the middle of the street. I was like, do it as much as you can right now because this will never happen again. So, New York, a city like that, I was like, this shit is crazy. But we still had fun because we were with my family. My cousins, so we was partying, sipping, all that good stuff. And it was cool, but then everything just got shut down. So her last week, we didn't go out. We didn't get to do anything because they put the quarantine up. And when we got back to Baltimore, we had to change our train back to Baltimore earlier than we expected because they were shutting New York down. So, we got out before it got too crazy. But it was crazy, man. I couldn't believe, I never thought I would see New York like that. Never.
No, I've never seen NYC. I haven't been in New York in forever, but yeah, it's a city that's just packed. It's a city that never sleeps, right?
Yeah. So it was crazy. I was super duper shocked.
Her, man.
Yeah, but it was cool because she still got to see everything. She got to go shopping. I took her, introduced her to Target for the first time. She loves Marshalls.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean?
Treasures.
Yeah.
My girlfriend is the same, man. She would love Target.
Exactly.
She would fucking love it.
Because everything's so cheap. And my girlfriend was like, babe, is this right? I was like, yeah, $5, $10, $20. She was like, this is crazy. I was like, yeah.
Like, how does it make sense? How does it make profit?
Exactly. So, but she loved Marshalls was her favorite store. Like I took her to Macy's. We hit all the stores basically, but Marshalls was her favorite. And she got a bunch of clothes, everything. I don't think one item of clothing she got or I got was over $30. We not fancy at all. I have no problem admitting that. I don't give a fuck.
I'm just going to remind you guys, there's only one problem with that. All right? I'm going to say one word. China.
It's true. It's true.
Helping out with child slavery, are you?
Man, it's crazy.
It's the store like Kohl's in the United States. I would go there with my mom, and they have like discount on discount on discount. Like it's supposed to be, it's like already cheap. It's like $25 for like 6 pairs of like underpants.
Yeah.
The cashier, and it's like, oh, you got a 20% discount because you're a free customer. My mom like cut out another discount, which is like 15%, and they add both the discounts, and it's at the end, it's like, okay, you pay half as much.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I remember going to places like that, especially Target, that I would see something and I would be like, oh, this is awesome. And then you go pay for it and they're like, no, this is actually even cheaper. Like, fuck, should have gotten 3 of them.
Insane. And it's the same with food. That's why we so fat in the States, man. Like,
yeah, totally.
I was showing Lydia, introducing her to all types of food and stuff. She wasn't a fan of Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
What's up with that?
She loved Chipotle. That was her favorite. Chipotle was her favorite.
Chipotle?
Yeah.
Okay.
We took her to Red Lobster. She liked that. Lobster? Yeah. She said the biscuits were too greasy and fattening for her, but she loved the rest of the food. I love the biscuits. I ate about 10 of them bad boys. But yeah, man. So I was trying to get her to try things and all that stuff. I got her to try some soul food. She liked that.
Yeah, how could you not?
She had like some fried catfish, jumbo fried shrimp, banana pudding, sweet potato pie. She liked most of it too,
Potato pie.
Yeah. She loves macaroni and cheese. She loves macaroni and cheese and bacon. She's like, this is delicious. This is nothing like what they got in Chile. I was like, yeah, it's good here, man. And she loved collard greens too. So she had collard greens. She loved that too. So I was like, yeah, I made sure she got to try a lot of stuff.
So you plan to go there for like 2 weeks?
Her for 2 weeks.
Her for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And you were planning to stay longer than that?
Yep, and go to castings.
Staying even longer?
Yeah, but I didn't get to cast. Obviously, everything was shut down. So I had no auditions. I couldn't do shit because everything was shut down.
Me, right.
Yeah.
That's why you were going in the
I was
first
going
place.
for castings, yep. So,
You're supposed to go to Atlanta, right?
yeah, yep. So I canceled my trip to Atlanta, obviously, because I was supposed to pay rent at my friend's house. She lives right next to where they film and everything. So I was like, look, man, I'm sorry, I'm not coming. I can stay with my mom for free. You feel me? Because they shut my flights down, so I couldn't even travel. Delta's still not flying. So it's only LATAM, from what I know right now, that's flying. So Delta saved my flight or gives me a credit, whatever, for the future whenever they reopen. But Lydia, her flight was originally to come back. She came back in her original flight on the 22nd, which is a Sunday, I believe. So she had no problem. We were going to have her stay for a little bit, but due to her, being a Chilena and not having a U.S. visa, we didn't want her to get stuck in the States, and especially if she got sick, that would have cost a fucking arm and a leg in the States, so.
Totally.
So she flew back. And I was like, let me stay with my mom for a little bit, because I was going to stay anyway until June for castings and work. But I was like, let me just stay with my mom and I'll come back in 2 weeks. And then Delta was like, nope, nobody's flying. And I was like, fuck. So I had to stay with my mom basically for 3 months, and I felt like I was fucking in high school again, living with my mom again. It was cool to spend time with my mom, but I did not like, basically living with my mom again. I hadn't done that since I was 17 years old. So,
yeah, I feel ya.
But my mom definitely enjoyed it. So, yeah.
What kind of stuff does your mom say? Because I know my mom is like, oh, come on, like, get up, come on.
Well, no, because I'm super fitness, so I was always getting up in the mornings working out. I was working out like 2 a days, you feel me? Because I didn't want to gain weight while I was home and just eat. So I was always up, or she was up too, because I was getting her on her fitness hype too. So she liked that. But it was just like, take out the trash. Don't forget the recycling. I was like, fuck, man, I ain't 10 years old anymore. Like, come on, man. So I was like, yeah. I was like, Mom, I'm going to do it. I remembered. I'm young. My memory's great. I know what time I need to take out. I know when I need to take out the recycling and stuff. So that was a little annoying. And she was like, clean your bathroom. Because I'm not a super neat freak, man. I don't like doing that shit. She's like, clean your bathroom. Make your bed. I'm not making my bed. I'll clean the bathroom and make sure I'm neat. But I ain't making my bed. I'm sorry.
Yeah, to be like, listen, I'm chilling out.
Yeah, exactly.
I need more responsibilities.
Yeah, so it was just weird, She's like, you want me to cook for you? And my mom doesn't really know how to cook healthy, so I had to teach her how to cook healthy. Because I was trying to stay in shape, I really didn't want to. I gained weight. Oh, I got up to, what did I get up to? 100 kilos.
I saw a transformation in your Facebook post.
Yeah, y'all see the pictures?
I saw you on Instagram.
When I eat, bruh. Like, I don't hold back.
Yeah.
So I got up to 100 kilos. And when I left Chile March 6th, I was 91, 92 kilos. So I basically put on like 8-9 kilos,
Oh, God, that's a lot, man.
Yeah, bruh. So I was like super chubby, like no abs, no nothing. So I put up a before and after picture and showed the transformation, but I lost it all and I'm back to normal. But
now you're back to normal? How long did it take for you to get back to normal?
It took me about 5 or 6 weeks because running outside for me is hard. That's why I love the gym. I can use a treadmill or elliptical or bikes. But, due to football injuries, my knees fucked up from back in the day. So it took me a little longer than it normally does. But I would say about 5-6 weeks to get back to how I was, working wise with fitness shit. So, but
it's all your mom's fault. Because usually, like, when I'm here, I'll eat, like, a little bit. But whenever I go visit my mom, she makes, like, a fucking shit ton of fucking food, man. And it's all delicious.
Yes, that cooking and then all the delicious foods in the States, bruh. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I don't know, like, when's the last time you went to a grocery store in the States, bruh? But they have so much fattening, delicious foods under $3.
It's incredible.
That's delicious food.
I'm trying to describe this to people. Like, you go to the grocery store and like, you like Cheerios? Like, all right, there's like 15 types of Cheerios.
Yep.
Each one like more exotic than the last.
Yeah. So many different flavors, yeah.
The only limit is your own imagination.
Exactly.
Incredible.
Yeah. I kind of missed that shit a little bit. I found like a website here. Fuck, I can't remember what it's called.
Kiosk, Gringo site that has Gringo foods. Yeah.
Kiosk Club. There you go. That's
but it's expensive as fuck. I was looking into buying some cereal yesterday. It was like 15 lucca for Honey Bunches of Oats. I was like, fuck this shit. That's like $20 US for a box of cereal. Y'all tripping.
Yeah, no, it's retardedly expensive. Like, for example, I'm looking right now, and they got Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
Right? They don't sell that shit here.
No, they don't.
Lucky Charms, and it costs 7,000 7 lucas.
Yeah, well, that's because they can do it.
Yeah.
They better have the pots of gold. They better have the pots of gold and that fucking Charms.
They got Cinnamon Toast Crunch, bro. They got everything, man. I gave in last year and bought some Cinnamon Toast Crunch one time. And
I actually bought some Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but the thing is, it's a huge ass fucking box, though.
Yeah, it is a family size. That is true. It is family size. But check this out. So it's like little things like when I was in the States, I probably ate like 100 pizza rolls.
Okay.
I don't see why there aren't pizza rolls in Chile. Chileans love pizza rolls. I mean, pizza.
Either, yeah.
They love pizza. They love fried stuff like empanadas. Chileans would fucking love pizza rolls and corn dogs. I probably ate about 50 corn dogs too. Because they don't sell that here. I love pizza rolls and corn dogs.
I did see a place that sold corn dogs here in Chile, but I tasted them and they were like just overly sweet.
Yeah, not the same. Not the same.
No,
I had it too. There's a restaurant that had it, and I tried it.
Yeah.
And one dude spoke English there, and he was like, "Hey, you the dude from Modern Day?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I want to see if y'all corn dogs anything like the States." He's like, "Oh, they're delicious." He tried to gas it up. He's like, "They're so good. They're just as good as New York or whatever." I was like, "All right, I'm about to be the judge of that." I bought 3 of them because I got excited, and I was like, "Oh, fuck this. I'm about to throw this away, bro." I was like, "This is whack. This is nothing like the States, man. I'm sorry."
No, they're sweet. They're sweet for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
It's like a Twinkie with a fucking hot dog in it.
But my fiance loved the corn dogs, bro. She loved the corn dogs and pizza rolls. She's like, "Why don't we have this in Chile?" I was like, "I don't know. Whoever brings it there would make a killing."
Well, there you go. That should be our new entrepreneurship.
Bagel bites, going along those lines.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Chileans have their version of that. Bagel bites.
Yeah, sort of, yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm looking here. Honey Bunches, 11 lucas.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy.
Kool-Aid, 10,000 for one.
Yeah, that's insane, man.
Maybe we should talk to them for them to sponsor the show.
For real.
Just be like, bitch, give me a 36-pack of Mountain Dew and then we're done.
Yeah.
You know? It's like a fucking 20 lucas.
But I wonder why they jack their prices up so much. Is it because they're getting taxed when they bring it in, or they just do it because they can? That's what I don't understand.
I guess it's a little bit of both. Because I followed them on Instagram once, and they did like this contest, like tag us, and we'll give you I don't know what the fuck, and everybody that tagged them said puro cuico, sí, cuico.
Okay, yeah.
You know, like
that must be it. They know their market, and like we'll pay for like premium for that shit.
Yeah, you know, and then they can show off, like they have friends over. Oh, look at this! I have some Dr. Pepper here.
Oh yeah, I get it.
I think it has to be something like that, like, so you think you've been to the States. It's funny that you don't have any fruit roll-ups in your fridge. Something like that, I guess.
Fruit roll-ups.
Fruit roll-ups, man, I love those.
That's funny to think that's Quico.
Yeah, totally, yeah. Hey, so when you were down there, did you get to see any of the riots because of the George Floyd incident and all that?
No, so...
Just a little, we have to preface, Lester is a black man.
in case nobody knew.
That's hilarious. I hope they can tell from my voice. I don't know if you can tell a black person voice and a white person voice. I don't know. But
you can definitely tell.
Oh man. But yeah, so I was in Baltimore, or outside of Baltimore. So I was actually in it's technically a suburbs area. Not much going down there. So there was no protesting where I was at, even though it's still predominantly black where suburb area I was in. But I heard Baltimore, they went crazy. So that's like 30, 45 minutes away from me. But yeah, like I said, where I was at was cool. And actually, I didn't go out much because I think we talked about this the first time I was on you guys' podcast when I was in the hospital last year for my lungs and kidneys. So technically, I'm a high-risk person. So my lungs and kidneys already aren't functioning 100%. So if I were to catch COVID, I'd probably, die real fast, So, yeah. So I wasn't going anywhere. The only time I left was to go to the grocery store. That's the only time I left to get food. And I didn't even do that much. And I didn't eat out because I didn't want to risk it. So, I didn't see anything personally in the city I was in, but I did hear a lot in Baltimore. Basically, the major cities where there was a lot of minorities all went crazy. So, yeah, man, it was insane watching all these protests and seeing all the news and everything. Yeah, man, USA is in a fucked up state right now, man. USA is truly in a fucked up state.
Go ahead.
So what, as far as with the protests happening, what is your opinion as to what would be the next big change for the country, I guess, or just what on a day-to-day basis, what do you think should occur in as a change from the protest?
I think, man, if they want any peace, they're gonna have to do something with the police reforms. It's true. Yeah. These cops basically been getting away with fucking murder. And it's sad to see, and I posted on Facebook the other day, I was slowly unfriending white friends as time goes on. Because I had one white friend that I went to school with for 1 year when I was 18. Thought he was a cool dude. I never saw any racism out of him or whatever. And he posted, oh, it's funny how if you don't do anything, the cops won't bother you. And I was like, and it was a redneck, some random redneck picture of a country dude, white dude.
I saw that.
Yeah, so I was like, really, bro? I was like, I didn't expect this from you, man. Especially during this time and what's happening. I was like, let me tell you about what happens about black people that don't do anything. So I told him about the 10 plus times when I was only 16. This is 16 to 17, getting pulled over and having guns pointed to my head, being handcuffed because they said I fit description of a drug dealer, a 16-year-old. You know what I mean? In work clothes. My mom raised me right. I was never dressed like a thug or whatever, whatnot. I was always, I was educated. I was in the good schools, things like that. And all because I was in a nice car. Y'all want to pull me over, doing nothing wrong, and having my car stripped. And I said this to him. I was like, my car's been stripped a couple times, guns to my head, handcuffed on the curb, all because I did nothing. So your meme is not funny and it's very insensitive right now. And he tried to come at me like, oh, Lester, you know me. You know I'm not racist, man. I was just being funny. I was like, yeah, your funny shit is not, cool right now, bro. Like, but I'm going to chill right now. I just wanted to point this out. He's like, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. So then he posted another one, and I was just like, fuck this dude, man. He posted the next one was he posted an article about Ben Carson. And if people don't know who Ben Carson is was a successful black surgeon back in the day, and now he's on Trump's team. And he's basically been lost for 15, plus years. He doesn't really represent the black community at all. And he came out and said, we need to stop being sensitive and let things go. Like we're too sensitive. And I was just like, bruh, and he's never came out against police brutality, nothing. So I was like, I'm done with this dude, man. Fuck this dude, man. I don't wish negativity on anybody. I'm not going to cuss you out. I'm not going to argue. That's never my style. But you need to learn, and I hope you do learn down the future. In the future, what's really happening, and you wake up and realize your white privilege. And I was like, I wish you nothing but the best, bro. Hopefully you learn. And I ended like that, and everybody chimed in, like, don't let him off that easy, blah, blah, blah. People came on my page trying to cuss him out. So I would tell people, man, don't bring that shit to my page, man. That's never my style. I don't want y'all arguing, starting race wars on my shit, because I've always, if I'm going to address it, I just want to educate you. I'm never going to yell at you. I'm never going to come at you like, fuck you, white guy or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that's not my style. Blacker. Yeah. I almost said it, but I was like, I'm not going to say it. But I would never do that because all my friends were like, fuck him, blah, blah, blah. You should go at him. I was like, he's not going to learn. He's just going to get defensive like anybody else would if you come at him like that. So if you talk to him in a calm manner and, show them that you're educated and you know what you're talking about, you're only there to help. Most of the time, they're not going to be defensive. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, man, we just truly in fucked up times, man. And I hope the USA wakes up. Because like I said, I've experienced it firsthand and I'm glad I'm not dead. If I think about it now, them cops could have killed me back in the day and probably would have got away with it too,
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's crazy, man.
How did you perceive people's opinion on it? Because I saw a lot of people the rioting is not the solution. Pretty much like the same shit that happens here, right?
Yeah.
No, see, don't do it that way. We understand that you're mad, but don't destroy shit. How are people's perception, the North American public, if you will? Because here, we don't know exactly what people's state of mind is.
I feel like most of the minority people and then obviously the white people that are with the minorities understand it's not the full crowd. These are just random people. And people know that. And people know, too, that there are white people coming inciting violence. You know what I mean? So it all depends where you stand. Because you can look at our president, Trump. He's like all these thugs and these looters. You know what I mean? But then when the white folks do it, they're all good people. You know what I mean? So you got our president thinking like this, and he's leading the way. So it's kind of weird, man. And they are rioting, they're messing up. And I mean, from the black community's mindset, when they're doing these riotings, I don't know if you saw that they basically destroyed a Target. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're looking at it like this Target isn't for the community. It's rich white people who own this. We're not benefiting. We're getting the low minimum wage to work there. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this ain't our shit, And then I don't know if you've seen, I've watched a lot. Even ESPN and Fox Sports have talked about it, how, a lot of the, not all, but majority of the, black-owned stores or even white-owned stores that are for the community are being protected. But you do have your few ones that are getting ruined. It's the same that happened in Chile, where they were ruining, their own home stuff. It happened like that in the States too, but for the most part, that was off limits. People are known, don't mess up your own stuff if they're for the people. You don't mess with them. So I did talk with some Chileans about that too, because I was seeing all these riots and I was like, damn, I was critical of Chile. Why are they destroying their own stuff? One of my biggest things was, why were the Chileans destroying the metros? The poor people use the metros. The rich people don't use the metros. They don't give a fuck about the metros. No. So why are you destroying your means of transportation? I didn't get it. And even with the states and the riots, if you look at it, no public transportations were destroyed. They weren't destroying. Granted, it was a different thing because that's what ignited the Chilean protest. Was the last straw was the metros. So I get where that's going, but it was just like, why destroy the stuff for the poor people that the poor people need that the rich people don't? You know?
Yeah.
That's what amazed me. What I was shocked about the whole Chilean, rioting and destroying things. But in the States, they literally will just go after like the corporations, Targets, the Walmarts, and they try and keep McDonald's and Wendy's and all that stuff. But they do try and keep, like, if you go to Atlanta, if you go to Baltimore, you will see for the most part that the what is the word? Like the home stores and restaurants for the people in the community are untouched, for the most part. Not everywhere, but for the most part. Yeah. So, man, it's just, I don't know how this is going to stop. In my opinion, personally, I don't think anything's going to get better because our president, Donald Trump, is not making anything better. He is dividing the country more.
His speech about George Floyd?
Yeah.
I went and watched it. It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
What did he say?
He said George Floyd would be proud of the economy today or some dumb shit like that.
Oh, my fucking God.
It seems like the official funeral of George Floyd.
Yeah.
It's so horrific. And Trump's like, we're very saddened for George Floyd. I talked to his family. Great people. And, one thing that's happened, our jobs report came in today with 13.3% unemployment.
Oh, my God.
Which is much better than what
we're projected. God, Jesus fucking Christ.
He literally said George Floyd would be looking down right now and he'd be saying, it's a great, great day.
Yes, he did. Oh, my gosh, man.
What's wrong with this guy, man? What the hell is wrong with him?
I think, though, I'm happy he keeps talking because the more he talks, the more he's digging himself in a hole and he's losing his supporters.
Yeah.
So I think he should keep talking. I hope they keep giving him press conferences. I can't wait till he keeps doing more rallies like he did Oklahoma, Tulsa this past weekend where he said, I told my administration to slow down the testing. The more he talks, the more he puts himself in a hole. We already know he has like a vocabulary level of a fifth grader. You know what I mean? Like the dude speaks and you really like if you were to just write his stuff down and write a fifth grader's speech down, you probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference without hearing his voice. You know what I mean? Like that's how educated this man is. It makes no sense.
No, it's actually true. Like it might sound like you're exaggerating or something like that, but I saw a study that was like most candidates don't want to speak with advanced vocabulary because they'll appear as like like classes. So they speak around an 11th grade level of vocabulary, most candidates, and Trump was like a 6th grade level of vocabulary. It's totally true.
It's crazy.
So he can reach more people, I guess, is his way of thinking it, I guess?
Who knows? I think that's just really his vocab, man. Like, I've never seen him. I would love to see him, do a speech or a debate without writers to see where he truly is at with his vocab and ability to speak.
I saw once that, his diet that he had for lunch, Big Macs without bread or something like that. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that too.
It was he ate little kid food. It's like what little kids would think, Mommy, I want a Big Mac for lunch,
Well, look at his body. He's not in shape at all. He's the least in shape. He's the most out of shape president I believe we've ever had. And he'll probably be that record until the end of time.
But I mean, if I was a president and I had the money that Trump had, no fucking way I would eat for lunch 2 fucking Big Macs, man.
Yeah, I'd be getting shrimp, lobster, salmon every day.
Totally. He obviously pays for his own cooks. He could.
Yeah.
Have his personal chef. Listen, I want you to cook me up this shit. Not run to the Mickey D's and give me a couple of Big Macs. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
He gave this speech at West Point, and after he gave the speech, the usual we're doing great, but China, and then as he walked down, he needed to hold his balance. He was walking downstairs.
I saw that.
And all the media outlets were like, "Does Trump have COVID? Is Trump sick?" And then after 2 days, they're like, "No, it just turns out he's old and fat."
It's true.
He's old and fat.
It's true. Man, and to be honest with you, I don't even like talking bad about Trump like this. I mean, he does it to himself, but it's just crazy, man. How the U.S., we're supposed to be the leader of the world, leader of the free world and everything, and this is our leader. And he has a huge following. it amazes me, man. Like, when he first got elected in presidency, and I put on my Facebook, I was like, look, man, how do you support Trump? Take his policies out. I said, take his policies out. How do you support this dude? I was like, if I talked bad about other actors and directors the way Trump does, I would never work again.
Yeah.
I would never work again if I talked and had his attitude. So I was just like, how can you support this? And then a couple of my white friends were like, don't believe the media. I don't agree with everything he says, but he's doing good for the country. And I'm like, I'm not talking about policies, man. Tell me, like, how can you support this man? And I'm not talking about the media. I'm talking about what I've heard and seen with my own eyes from his very own voice and his face. Like, how can you support this? It doesn't make sense. He's a bully. Like, a president should not act like that. I don't care if you're white, black, Asian, Latino. You should not act like that, period. There's no excuse. I don't get it. And his supporters always like, oh, but he didn't mean it that way. And if he did, you took it the wrong way. But he didn't really mean it that way. I mean, like, come on, man. Like, how many kids?
Yeah, no, there's some shit that can't be left to interpretation. There's some shit that are, like, really, really, like, spot on.
If Obama did said half the things that Trump said, they probably would have shot him. They would have shot him.
Holy fuck, yeah.
They would have shot him.
You could just grab people by the pussy.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And the fact that he still could be reelected is even more mind-blowing.
So when are the elections again?
November, 4th, I believe?
Oh, but it's this year already.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're starting rallies right now.
Yeah, that's why he started his rally back in Tulsa. This is supposed to be his homecoming back to rallies.
Holy shit. So what do you think? Do you think he'll be reelected?
I hope not.
That way?
It's looking like it's not. All the polls are showing Biden's leading because the more Trump talks, the more he's digging himself in a hole and losing supporters and allies.
Yeah.
So that's why I said I hope he keeps talking. I hope he keeps having rallies. I hope he keeps, having press conferences, things like that.
Yeah.
I hope he does because the more he talks, he's so narcissistic and arrogant, he's not going to listen to anybody. He thinks whatever he does, it's going to be good. Nobody's going to abandon him. That's what he thinks. So let him keep talking. Let him keep talking. Please, I hope they do.
Please.
No, I'm really hoping like the day when he loses. So if he loses the election in November, I think everyone in a couple of years will look back and go through his press conferences and because there are moments that are just so entertaining.
Yeah.
Like he's a showman. Like the way he has his timing and stuff. Like he could have been a beloved comedian, and he's just
a stand-up comic.
I mean, he came up with the reality shows, man. So he's used to being a showman. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much like what he's like a cartoon character a little bit.
Yeah, he is.
Don't you think?
He definitely is. To the State of the Union address this year's 2020 State of the Union address. He got somebody to announce him to the House of Representatives and the Congress. Like as if it were Conor McGregor.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear or see that.
It's like all the congressmen are standing like in their seats, like in Washington. It looks very formal, and this guy walks in. He goes, "And now, ladies and gentlemen, your president of the United States, Donald Trump."
Oh my God!
He blows a whistle, and Trump starts walking in and shaking everyone's hand.
He didn't blow a whistle. Come on.
He blows like 3 times.
That's hilarious.
He's an asshole.
Oh, man. USA is screwed if he gets elected again. We're already falling out of grace with other countries. When I first got to Chile, 2009, 2010, people be like, oh, I love the States. I want to go to the States. I can't wait to go to New York, California. Man, your country, man, I can't wait to visit. And then as soon as Trump got elected, damn, are y'all okay? Did you guys really elect Trump?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you guys? And I'm just like, everybody would start asking me that. How did Trump become your president? And I'm just like, man, I don't know. We got a lot of racists in the States.
Don't want to even go visit anymore.
Yeah. People are like, I don't even know if I could go visit anymore because Trump's trying to block all the minorities coming in.
Well, yeah, totally. That's some scary shit. If you go there with a visa or whatever, and then they just deny you entry because your last name is Gonzalez.
Yeah, it's true.
I I remember that once I went to the States, I had to go because of my job, and we went to Texas. And I remember that when we got there, like one of the guards pulled aside one of my colleagues, because her name was like Maria something. It was like a really fucking like Latino maid name.
Yeah.
You know? And they asked her like, okay, what are you doing here? Why are you coming? She was like, no, I work for American Airlines. Here you go. But they did, man. Like her name, like, okay, Maria, you know?
That's crazy.
You know, I know, it's so fucked.
That's crazy, man. I think something bad is going to happen in the next... If Trump loses too,
that's what I was
or
gonna
wins,
ask you,
I think something's bad is going to happen over the next 4 years. Not a civil war, but something's going to go down because the U.S. is such an unrest and divide right now. I don't see any good coming out of Trump being reelected. And also, if he loses, his supporters... I think there will be a lot of domestic terrorism with them. And
they wouldn't take it lightly.
Yeah, they're not going to take it lightly, you know? Have you guys ever heard of the movie Get Hard with Kevin Hart and Will Ferrell?
I've avoided it. I know that, like, Will Ferrell goes to jail.
Yes,
and, like,
okay.
He gets, like, dreadlocks and stuff. I don't know.
No,
That's like all I know.
but yeah, he doesn't get the dreadlocks. But let me tell you, I watched this movie the other night, and I was like, this is a perfect movie to watch at this time. Because it talks about so many racial topics while being hilarious. Because he even tries at one point to get Will Ferrell to say the N-word. And Will Ferrell's like, I can't do it. I can't do it. He's like, say knee. He's like, knee. He's like, and then what does a tiger do? And he's like, now put it together. And he said, knee, grr, and Kevin Hart hit him. He's like, my bad, it was a reaction. He's like, you told me to say it, and I didn't even say it. It was so funny. Yeah, but I was like telling my friends, and I tried to tell some Chilean friends too. I was like, y'all should watch this movie because it gets a great explanation of the N-word, how you shouldn't say it, and racial profiling in the States. Because like, Will Ferrell's sitting in his car and Kevin Hart knocks on his window. And Will Ferrell's like, oh, no, take my money, take everything. I don't have anything. Leave me alone. Please don't rob me. And Kevin Hart's saying his character. He's like, well, Mr. Whatever, it's me. It's Darnell. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. And for your information, I would have done the same thing if you were white. I was in tears, man. Y'all need to watch the movie Get Hard, bro. You guys will laugh so hard, man. It's hilarious, bro.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. It was directed by Ethan Coen.
It's hilarious. It touches on so many racial subjects, and it's hilarious, bro.
So he wrote Idiocracy, too. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
I haven't seen it. I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, it's pretty good. It was the guy that made Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, man, I forgot about Beavis and Butthead back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. What I was going to ask you is of the unrest over there, because at least, I don't know, to my eye, I think that the U.S. is not really used to protests as we are here. Because here in Chile, like, they'll make a protest every fucking other day. You know?
No. U.S. been protesting, bro. U.S. been protesting because of slavery and all that. They've been doing this for so long. It just always goes violent.
Yeah, but like I remember, okay, like historically they have protested, but then like in recent years there haven't been that many.
Oh, there's been a lot because of the cop killing. That's why they've been talking about this so much. They're saying George Floyd was like, I'm not going to make the comparison like that, but you know how the Metro was the last straw in Chile? George Floyd was the last straw in the States because it happened so many times. You know what I mean? So they're like, finally it's on camera. And you could clearly see that the dude couldn't breathe. He's saying, I can't breathe. Innocent bystanders like the dude can't breathe. Let him go. And yet the motherfucker didn't. Yeah. So it was straight up murder. You know what I mean? So it was just like, that's what just tipped it, bruh. It really just tipped it over, man. So, but I think I've seen so many protests. It's been going on for so long. It just doesn't get the coverage that this did. You know?
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
But it's been so many killings. These protests have been going a long time. It's just not the whole country or the whole world has joined. This is the first time the whole country and even most countries in the world have joined, you know?
Yeah.
So, it's just crazy, man.
When you say like everyone in the world has joined, it still like blows my mind when like you see, I don't know, like different Europeans.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, the United States is so racist.
Yeah.
And, like some my German friends like post this picture like, oh, finally, like United States, it comes to light their racism. It's like Germany's pretty fucking racist.
Yeah.
Germany, yeah.
For real.
Just look back in history, bro. Yeah.
For real, man.
Yeah, exactly. No, they like forget about that. Like,
Yeah.
Countries have, you know, a lot of like race, you know, whether it be at a very institutional level, like in the United States, or you know, in different capacities. And different
I
countries.
know that in England they have it out for Muslims a lot. From what I heard from like a lot of
I haven't seen or heard much of that.
They've been like, yeah, I hate those fucking guys. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Man, the whole world is messed up, man. Like
The whole world.
it has this racism everywhere. It's just how it's taken, you know?
Yeah. The whole world fucking this and the pandemic. When you were at the States, you wanted to come back though.
Well, I wanted to be with my fiance just because one, I have insurance here. Not one, but one, I wanted to be with my fiance. Two, I have insurance here. Good thing she doesn't speak English, so if somebody tries to translate it, I'm a lie. No, I'm playing. But one, I wanted to get back with my fiance. Two, I have health insurance here. And just because I just wanted to, like, I love being with my mom, but I miss my fiance, and I just wanted to chill, you know? So,
Yeah.
and like I always said, even when I went on Mega, a couple weeks ago, I was like, I feel safer in Chile. I feel safer in Chile, bruh. I just feel safer here, you know?
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons I love it here. Should I have kids? Hopefully, you know, should I have kids? I would rather my kids be raised here, and then I would only probably take them back to the States for high school because of the sports selection and high school selection, you know, and I'd want them to experience a USA college. But I love Chile. Yeah, I've always said, since day one I got in Chile, and since I stayed, people always be like, why you stay in Chile? Be like, I love it. I'm safe here. I feel safe here. And I work on TV.
They're like pick and choosing what experiences you want your kids to have at what ages.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's how I think about it. I've even told Lydia, I'm like, look, when we have a kid, we're going to raise them here. Make sure they're bilingual. I'll be speaking all English, take them back to the States, summers, you know, stuff like that when it's winter here. And then when it comes high school, and I've trained or bred a superstar athlete, we're going back to the States. and they're going to finish high school in the States. They're going to finish high school in the States, and they're going to get a full ride to a college, so we don't have to pay for that shit. And then when they're in college, we can either move back to Chile or we can stay there. It's up to you, you know?
Yeah. Man, do you want to adopt me, Lester? I can still go to college.
You can still be bred as a world-class athlete.
I want to go to the summers in the States, you know, go to college, get a free college ride.
Yeah, for real. I tell Lydia all the time, boy or girl, they going to be super athletic because she's a personal trainer. She's super fit and I'm super fit. So they going to just see us from birth working out every day. So you best believe my kids are going to be. I saw a video of a little girl beating up her little brother or little boy or whatever because they were just boxing. And I was like, yep, if I have a daughter, she will learn how to defend herself. She will know the same way. She'll know how to break an arm by 5, all that shit, bro. Like, yeah, she gonna learn how to defend herself. She will not be no punk.
Yeah, she's gonna take no shit from nobody.
Yeah, for real.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
How was it, the airports and all that? Because how were you able to find a flight here? Because I remember when you came back, I was like, I thought that they had all that shit closed down.
Well, LATAM is going, and then a couple other smaller airlines, because I think they're just trying to stay afloat, those smaller airlines. But Delta and United are not going. Delta, United, and American.
Is it cheap? Are the flights cheap?
Oh, LATAM was super cheap from Miami. So my flight, if I wanted to go Delta, it would have been $800 for me to get from Baltimore to Chile. Because I would have had to go Baltimore. I think it was like Baltimore, Miami, Atlanta to Chile. Okay, so what I did is I did Southwest, which cost me about, it was like $100 to Baltimore to directly to Fort Lauderdale. Stayed with my boy, and then from Miami to Chile, guess how much it was?
I don't know. 500?
How much do you think, Chris?
Like $600.
$220.
$220?
And that's because I had 2 bags. If I didn't have any bags, it'd have been $150.
Why? Why the fuck are they so cheap?
Because nobody's traveling, so they got to at least make some money, I believe.
Yeah.
So my only problem,
incredible.
yeah,
$220,
and it was only because I had 2 bags. If I didn't have the 2 bags, it'd have been 100. I think it was like 134 to be exact.
Oh my god!
Yes,
$134. That's bullshit.
Insane, bro.
Oh man!
So the only
time to do it.
The only problem was you can't get back to Chile if you don't have residency or a Chilean permanent residency here. If you have anything less than a permanent residency, if you're on like what is the 1-year visa called? I forget.
The working visa.
Yeah,
like,
working or
something like that.
Temporada. Yeah, you couldn't do that either. You have to have permanent residency. So I actually got stuck in Miami a night because 20 people, like 20 of us got stuck because we all had permanent residency and they had to call the PDI. And PDI, surprise, was not working, which is shocker. So they never confirmed our visas. I was like, how does the PDI in the airport close? I don't get that. But they weren't working for some odd reason. So we got stuck in Miami another night and they cleared us the next morning to fly. So that was my only problem to get back.
Do they test you anything like health-wise?
Yeah. So when I got back and landed here in Chile, the line was long. It took hella long to get through if you weren't first. I didn't even think about that. Otherwise, I would have got off the plane faster. But, they take your temperature, and you have to sign these papers saying that you won't leave your house in 14 days, or it was like a 3 million multa. I mean, like, something absurd. That's why when Chris hit me up last week, I was like, bro, I can't go anywhere, bro. I ain't risking no fine. I can't do that.
$3 million.
So, yeah. And then the other thing that got me, too, that I was stuck in the airport longer is I had to prove that I lived here. And they were like, do you have any bills or whatever in your apartment? I was like, nah, everything's under my fiance's name. And luckily, I have health insurance. So like, oh, shit, I can show y'all my health insurance. They're like, yeah, if you got health insurance, show what your address says on your health insurance. So I showed that, and they were like, okay, cool, you can go. But they were not letting me leave the airport. I was like, I don't know what I could show you guys. I was like, none of the bills are under my names, even though I pay. I was like, I don't know what to do. And then I was sitting there for like an extra 30 minutes, and I was like, fuck, I don't know what to show you guys. And they were like, you don't have anything that shows you can live. I was like, I pay the bills, but they're not in my name. My fiance is Chilena. And then it just hit me like last second. I was like, can I show y'all my ISAPRE? And they were like, yeah, that'll work. So I was like, thank God I have ISAPRE, because if I didn't have ISAPRE, I don't know if they would have kept me in the airport or what. I don't know how that would have worked.
It's funny because you played a PDI officer.
Yeah. In that Amazon shit, bro. On the Amazon, bro.
I was like, fuck, that's Lester there.
Yeah, man, I was mad they took out some of my scenes, bro. I was like, fuck, man.
What did you say? Some of your scenes? What did you say in the scenes that were cut?
I had some more police officer stuff with the star actress. I don't remember my exact lines, but when I did my casting, they called me to read lines, and I had got a big role for like one of the higher ups of the FIFA organization. And then there's like, you're too young. You got to be like in your 50s for this role. I was like, fuck. So I was like, damn. So it's like, we're going to keep you on as a police officer. And I was like, all right, cool. And then my lines got cut drastically because that big role was a bigger role. And I was so pissed because I was like, I wanted the experience, and obviously the money was good. So I was like, fuck me, man. But yeah, they gave me, some lines, and I got to meet that main actress from How to Get Away with Murder. Super cool. I didn't even know who she was. The only reason I figured it out, I filmed with her, and I was like, who the heck is this gringa that's bilingual? And I was like, her face looked familiar, but I didn't know. So I was, talking like regular, being cool with everybody. And she was super cool, super nice. And then she uploaded a photo of me on her Instagram, which has like freaking 5 million people. And one of my friends is a follower. And she's like, Lester, Carla put you up on her page. I was like, damn, I wish she had tagged me, but she didn't know my name either. But I was like,
you delete that shit right now.
And tag me. Yeah, I know, right? But it was super cool that she put me. It was literally just a picture of me with the camera and the screen and the sets and all that stuff. I was like, that's kind of dope. Thanks, My homegirl was all excited. She's like, I can't believe you're working with Carla. I was like, who the hell is Carla? I had no clue. So I had to look her up, and I was like, I had never seen How to Get Away with Murder or any of her work. And afterwards, I love How to Get Away with Murder. But I was like, I wish I knew who she was so I could have picked her brain, you know, asked her some questions or whatnot.
Yeah.
But I didn't know who she was. Yeah, like, for example, Fred Emerson, he even gave me his manager's direct contact. So he was a super cool dude. But yeah, it was a cool experience, man. She was a cool actor. The only thing that I say, and I think I told you guys before, I never want to be an asshole. I never want to be a stuck-up person. There was a bilingual Chilean actor on the set. He was in it too. I can't even remember his name. But he just was like, you know how some people are just cocky as fuck?
Yeah.
He's a bilingual actor. He's like a childhood actor here. I'll show you guys when I'm done because I cannot remember his name for the life of me. And it was just like, you could just tell the arrogance of some people. Like, he would be like, to me, because I was technically an extra, and the other girls and the other people, he wouldn't talk to us for shit. You know, he just brushed us off when it came to practicing lines. But when it came to Carla, he was like, just, kissing her ass and shit like that. I'm like, bro, come on, man. Like, come on. You're not better than anybody, homie. Like, it was just, you could tell when people rub you the wrong way. Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of people like that.
Yeah, I don't like it at all, man. I could tell y'all a bunch of experiences with More Than Day with people being cocky as fuck too, man.
I don't know,
but
just name drop. Just name drop.
Nah, I'm not even gonna do that, bro.
No, hey, Funad, right now.
I don't want to get on anybody's bad side, man, but it's just like, because you know when you're in More Than Day, when you come in, you have the invitees, the special guests, they say hello to everybody for the most part. And you can see who are the cool people, like Thiago, who came in, the Brazilian dude. He would come in, he'd say what's up to everybody. You know, the food people, the camera people. He's just a happy, good dude. You know what I mean? And then some people just come in like, you know, just say what's up to the main actors and like, fuck everybody else. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even want to say hello to y'all. Like, y'all don't even deserve my time. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I got to a point after so many years on More Than Day, I wouldn't even make an effort. I'd be like, look, if I see they're nice speaking to people, I'm going to speak and be nice back. But I'm not going to chase you down. You know what I mean? Like, personally, I don't even know who the fuck you are because I'm not Chilean, so I didn't grow up watching you. You don't impress me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, I'm not going to kiss your ass anyway. But it's just like, you could tell the arrogance level of some people.
You totally got to tell us who it is.
Man, I'll tell y'all off the air.
I really want to hear that.
I'll tell a couple off the air.
Yeah, cool. All right.
Oh, man, bro, yeah. I always want to be cool, man. I hope I never get arrogant, and if y'all ever feel I ever get this way, bring me back down to earth, please.
Yeah,
be like, Lester, you ain't shit. You just a regular dude.
Yeah.
You know what
Lester,
I mean?
Just man. Come on.
Bring me back down to earth, bro.
Yeah, come on. Lester, you act for shit, bro.
I know, right? Just be like, your acting sucks. You only got it because you black in Chile. You know what I mean?
That's the only reason.
You know, dude, give me something like that, bro.
Yeah. All right, cool. Sorry. Go on ahead. I was almost interrupting you.
One thing, we didn't. Word of the day. What's going to be the word of the day?
Yeah, we didn't have, because we usually have a word of the day in this podcast, and this edition we didn't have any.
We gotta have a word of the day.
And y'all do it in English or Spanish, or it doesn't matter?
Yeah, let's try to help.
But y'all do it in English or Spanish, or it doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter. It's like a word in English that it's not used here in Chile.
A word in English that's not used. Man, I've been teaching my fiance so much shit. How come I'm not thinking nothing right now?
It could be something like food, like honey bunches of oats.
The honey bunches or the fucking pumpkin pie. Oh no, you said sweet potato pie.
Yeah.
I miss a fucking pumpkin pie, man. I don't know where I'm gonna ever eat that shit.
Fuck it, I guess. Word of the day could be soul food, man. Soul food. Yeah, since I talked about that. And for the people who don't understand soul food, soul food is what they call the food from the black community. That we, you know, as slaves, we were given scraps. And things like pig's feet. What's the pig intestines I'm forgetting that's disgusting, that smell like shit? Oh, fuck.
Well, of course they do.
Right?
I can't remember the name, but anyway, soul food is just because black people and slaves back in the day, you know, we used to get the scraps and we used to have to put our heart in it. We used to season shit up, make it good, you know what I mean? And flavor it up. Come from the soul, man. Like,
That's why the name, right? It comes from como comida del alma.
Yeah. So that's why another reason, like our food. Say what?
Being a white guy, I thought it came from Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Warriors. Because Freddy captures people's souls, and in one part he captures one of the guy's souls and puts in a pizza.
Yeah.
He says soul food. I thought that's where it came from.
No, he's making a reference to it.
Yeah. I'm just sticking around.
But that's where the jokes came from too. That white people don't know how to season. Because black people, we had to learn. We made it good. And then they always have these jokes that white people just throw in mayonnaise and raisins and call it a day. You know what I mean?
Well, I actually got to agree with you there, man. I remember going when I lived in Canada and the States. I remember going to barbecues like at friends' houses and they wouldn't have salt.
Yeah,
I shit you not. Like
that's
I don't know how
crazy.
house does not have salt.
That's crazy.
Like okay, we need to season the meat. They're like, all right,
yeah,
maybe some ketchup. Like fucking assholes. Man. Yo, the pig intestines, they're called
chitlins. Yeah, I forget.
Yeah.
Chitlins. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I used to smell those as kids. I never ate them. Never tried them. Because my family would make it sometimes, and I'd just be like, I'm not fucking with that. Nope. Hell no. Makes you want to vomit. How do you eat this shit anyway?
But they would actually eat them? Oh my
God. Hell yeah. Ooh. Disgusting, man. I never ate them before. But I used to smell them all the time at family events, and I had never tried it, never wanted to try it. My mom or dad could not get me to eat that for the life of me.
Yeah, because they smell like shit.
Yep, they do. They really do.
Okay, so I guess we're going to call it a day for today?
Yeah, man, it's up to y'all.
It's time to
What
wrap
y'all
up.
up to, man? Don't y'all promote what y'all working on? Chris, I know you're doing stand-up. I need to check out one of your shows one time, man. Because I was telling you, it has to be hard.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be fun. I got a buddy who he does like the board. So when I say a joke, he'll pump in like fake laughs or I don't know, like the funny things that kind of like fill out the show. Put in music as well, and I have songs that I do in the show. So yeah, it's a good time.
That's dope. And then do you check the comments afterwards to see how you did?
Yeah. Then afterwards, like we have a Tercer Tiempo. So it's like I get a beer. And my buddy puts a monitor so I can see what the comments are, and then I'm just like speaking directly to the audience. And there's also like crowd work that way too.
So how does that work though? Because I see that they're buying them online too. How does that work with entradas? I thought when you do live, they just log in. How do you charge people?
It's like you have to buy to get the link.
Oh, okay. I was confused with that when I would see
private streaming.
Okay, yeah, because I was like, if they're doing this on Instagram Live, how the heck are they charging people? Because you just log in and watch them. I didn't understand that.
Yeah. The official show is like, you have to get this link, and then it's on Google Meet. And then the show, my buddy's going to like be in there just admitting everybody.
Got you. Okay. I was so confused. I was like, what the heck? How do they do that, man? Because you can just log in and watch you. You ain't got to pay.
Totally, I know, right? It's weird. What's going to pay for this shit?
Yeah.
It's a good show. It's a good show, that's what I said. That's what I said.
Hey, you know what we need to do, us three? We need to think of some ways, since we can't connect, on how to do some comedies like this via Zoom or whatever. That's what we need to think of.
That's the new shit for TikTok, man. That's the new shit.
I've never got on TikTok.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that back in the day, it was Instagram. A lot of people were like, "Nah, I'm not using that shit," you know. And then it just transitioned, because at the beginning, Instagram was like just makeup and pictures of food.
Yeah,
it was like indie one. Yeah, it was like
and then it kind of mutated into like a better Facebook, you know. And I think TikTok is still in that phase where it's like cringy.
I thought TikTok was literally just music though and dances. That's why I always see chicks doing that shit.
Yeah. Same here, you know, but a lot of people told me, like, it depends on what you're using, actually, you know, because, I have an account, but I've never updated anything in there. I just have it so that they don't steal the name.
Okay.
And I've seen it, and all I see is just people dancing or doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
You know, but I think that you can, like, customize a little bit so it can fit your needs. Like, I think there's people even doing classes on TikTok.
See, okay. Hey, I'm glad you said classes, because I was just about to say one of my last things before I wanted to get out. I think in July, I'm going to start doing fitness English classes. So I'm going to start promoting
English classes.
How does
that work?
So what I'm getting is a lot of people are asking me for English all the time on my Instagram. I hate teaching English. So I'm like, even though I did it for 3 years, I just don't do it. So I just try to think of a way that and I have a lot of ideas, and I know would be fun, teaching the basics of English or conversation. while getting you moving, you know, because people are stuck in their house all day, every day, and they're not doing anything. People are putting on weight. Just, you think the COVID-19 is unhealthy, that could kill you. Obesity could kill you as well, you know, not moving around and things like that. So I was trying to just think of ways to get people moving while improving their English as well. So I'm probably going to start with that in July. And I'll start promoting it.
Cool idea, man.
Yeah, so hopefully some people will want to do it. Obviously, I won't be able to take on a lot of people, but I want to do it and get people moving. Obviously, I used to get paid as a teacher, Chris. You guys know this, both of you. You just go conversate. You literally just conversate for an hour. Yeah. You just talk. So why not do that?
You're like a paid friend. You're a paid friend.
Exactly. Exactly. So why not do that and get them moving, doing fitness, you know, getting their health better, getting their core stronger, getting their abs better, you know, things like that. And we could conversate. I have some Chilean clients that speak perfect English that love just to talk with me while I'm training them, you know? So I just want to do that. So just want to drop that out there just in case anybody's listening and wants to get in on that with your boy. Hit me up on Instagram.
Yeah? How do they find you? Is it at Lester?
Yeah, it's just the Lester A. Ransom Instagram. Lester A. Ransom. Yeah.
Lester A. Ransom.
Lester A. Ransom.
And Chris has an upcoming show the 4th of July.
July. Feliz 4 de Julio.
Yeah. So you can also find tickets for his show also on your Instagram, Gringo Mode On, right?
Yes, on Comedy Play. We're going to be having all that shit.
Cool.
And it's a Saturday. I think I'm a rock with you because I went to one of your shows 3 years ago. So I might just get some drink and chill with the fiance and watch you on 4th of July. How long will the show be?
It's going to be like close to an hour. And then afterwards we'll drink some beers and then just like shoot the shit and I'll definitely give you a shout out and then like
appreciate it, bro. If you need a warm up, I could do some warm up for you. I want to get back. I actually was thinking about, because I've been writing a lot. I think I got some new stand up that I want to try. So I've been writing a lot recently, obviously being stuck in the crib. So if you need like a 5-10 minute warm up, just get at your boy. Obviously you ain't got to pay me shit. I'll just do it. So just holler at me if you want an opener. I'll do it for you, bro. No problem.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, no problem. I got some new stuff after these, you know, these quarantine life and stuff that I got some jokes that I think I could rock with in English or Spanish. So yeah.
That's awesome, man.
I miss stand up. I got to get back in it. Yeah, I want to get back in stand up too. I like it.
Cool. All right, man. Good. Awesome then. I love how this shit's working out, you know? People getting all their new projects together. Hey, we should do this. Hey, we should do that.
Yeah, man.
You know, it works. That's why it's the best podcast in English. Here in Chile, at least. Okay, so I guess that's it for today then. Totally.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for inviting me on, man. Always a pleasure. I'm here whenever y'all need me, man.
No, thanks for coming over. And thank you, Chris, also, for being here as well.
No, I'm glad we get it going. And yeah, man, we're gonna keep rocking.
Rocking.
Yeah, we could maybe have an invite next week as well. Cesar, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure something out. Okay.
Just let me know.
At some point, yeah.
We'll have like a cool guest next time, though.
Super cool guest. Not some lame black actor, you know.